Hello YouTube, Video Game House here again with some more Palworld TCG news. Now, recently, just as of May 2nd, Bushiroad did a spring conference, and there was a convention that was recently held as well, showing off more of Palworld's TCG. There has been new cards released, there has been new text released, there has been new rarities released. In the demo deck they're using to promote the game itself at their booths, they've only had common art. Now, they've shown off the full art rarities and secret rarities. I believe in the Palworld TCG, they're known as the Parallel rares. Let's go watch the Bushiroad Spring Conference for the Palworld TCG, and I'll show you some of the cards and a little bit of the updates that we've seen with the new stuff.
Are you ready? The first Palworld official card game set is launching worldwide in just under 3 months. It will be simultaneously released in English, Japanese, and simplified Chinese, so each and every one of you can experience this highly anticipated launch together. First up, start your adventure with trial decks Dawn of Papagos Red Blue and Dawn of Papagos Green Purple. Each trial deck includes a 50-card main deck, a 10-card soul deck, and everything else you need to start playing right away.
Yeah, so that we've already seen before in our last video. I believe we've already spoken about the red, blue, and green, purple decks. I believe they do get to go over exactly what they are, but again, it is 50-card main deck, 10-card soul deck, and we're going to go over the rules of the game as well a little bit later, because they have given us a little bit more information on the rules of the Palworld TCG.
One booster pack of Dawn of Papagos is also included, so you can upgrade your decks when you're ready. For those looking to construct their own decks, you can choose to include up to a maximum of 2 colors from red, blue, green, and purple. Colorless cards can be used freely in any deck. If overpowering your opponent is your style, then we'd recommend the red-blue deck. However, if you like playing more strategically and planning ahead, then the green-purple deck would be just the right fit. Introducing our very
I'm absolutely
booster pack,
playing
Dawn
red.
of Papagos, consisting of over 100 unique cards, with some of these cards appearing as parallel versions. Whether you intend
It says
to be a master
50
pack
or
gamer
more
or simply a
parallel
collector,
rares, but
opening packs is bound to be an exciting experience. We are also
so, as you saw there, it did say 50 parallel rares or 50 or more parallel rares. I believe that isn't the rarity of, like, the secret rare version of the card. I believe that's more of a holographic version, and then there'll be a full art version of a card, and then potentially a secret rare version of the card, or a hyper parallel or something like that, where it's, like, super full arting, holographic, separate text, or not separate text, but separate image, stuff like that. That's like the chase of the set.
pleased to announce that the next booster pack will be released on October 30th.
Big. So they have only shown us the name of the first one. This does note that it's Booster Pack Volume 2. It doesn't give us a name. So in other games, there are normally a title for the set. You know, a base set is usually the first set, and then after that, they start titling names off. But in the Palworld TCG, they haven't technically named the second set. Dawn of Papagos is the first one, but who knows what theme they're going to go with their naming theme. And it doesn't seem like they know all that much either when it comes to how they want to name the game, or else they would have given us a name here.
Pre-orders will begin soon, so stay tuned for more updates.
I would love to learn how to do those pre-orders.
Bushiroad staff will be hitting the roads to teach you how to play the game. We'll be visiting over 200 card stores worldwide. Whether you're a Palworld fan, a veteran TCG player, or brand new to the world of card games, this is your chance to dive in and join the fun. Receive exclusive rewards by participating in our demo sessions held at their respective locations. Check out our official website for more information.
You only get
Don't
one
miss a
promo
chance
for
to
showing
be
up,
among the
but
first to experience the
it's
Palworld
cool because
official
they can
card game.
upgrade the deck in the first season.
Be the
There's not
first
that many to
get
go
your
with,
hands
so
on exclusive Palworld official card game supplies at various global events.
sleeves and a mat, but they're not like, I want them to be more colorful rather than just that, but whatever.
Starting this August. These shop-level tournaments will offer promo cards that you can use to power up your decks, and new promo cards will be available every 3 months.
So it gives you time to do a couple of shop tournaments to get a full playset.
The release tournament will also be held in August. New promo cards will be available every 3 months. That's not all. Take part in the first season of the Challengers Cup this September to November for more exciting prizes you won't want to miss.
So they do go over a lot of prizing, and they do go over a lot of events. Unfortunately, none are online as of just yet, or showing off what the prizes are, but they do go over promo cards. The promo cards do update every 3 months, meaning it does give you enough time to do a couple of shop events or region or the upper level events or the championship cups in order to go pick up your cards. And a playset in this game is a 4 count. So if you want to go get a couple of cup challenges or locals challenges, you can collect extra promos. That way you can actually set up your whole deck with a playset of 4 if you want to, or just collect them.
Finally, the battle goes global. Masters League will take place across over 20 regions worldwide from September 2026 to March 2020.
For those of you who are trying to play in a higher level of the TCG as it comes out, they already have regionals, masters, and worlds planned for 2027, and the season goes from September 2026 all the way until March of 2027 for the regional level events. There's in April, they're having a Masters Finals, but it's only in Japan. And then in May, they'll be doing the World Finals, which is very cool. Players qualified through regionals or master levels finals are eligible to participate. So you have to do a lot of different events. Similar as in other TCGs, of course. They have regional levels, they have Masters Finals, they have Worlds. Very, very cool that they're opening this game with those leveled events.
27. Top players from these battles will advance to the Masters World Finals, held at Card Game Festival 2027 in Tokyo next May, where they'll compete for the title of the very first Palworld official card game world champion. And now it's back to Sean for more events news.
So this is just to keep you guys updated when they're going to be doing product release July 30th, only a couple of months away. The trial decks and the first booster pack Dawn of Papalgos gets released. They even have the get your trial decks at our pre-sale at these events. You can get all these guys here, which is really, really cool. June, July. So we already at the end of June, you can get it in Summerfest in the Philippines. Obviously, I won't be able to do that, but I would love to be able to. Palworld, Bushiroad, sponsor me. Just saying. Just a thought. I would love to be able to get my channel with some pre-release, pieces to show off how cool the cards already are. And I'm going to be going over cards in a minute, too. The shop tournament starts, Challengers Cup, Masters Card, all the way over to the October 30th for second volume of the booster pack. So you can see everything is already coming out. I wanted to bring up the new information, the quick manual. Now, this is on their webpage, but it doesn't have a blown-up version that I could find on their webpage. But they do explain a little bit more in here than they actually do even in the quick play guide that they give you with the demo decks, actually. So if you're just getting the decks like I was able to do, I wasn't able to go to any of the conventions where they were actually explaining everything in person. These demo guides don't actually assist that much when it comes to how to play the game in its entirety. It doesn't have the game setup state, and it doesn't show what you do during the standby phase on this little sheet of paper. So this actually does give you a little bit more information into the game itself. It still shows off that you still need a 50-card main deck, 10-card soul deck. They explain every single piece of the card using these numbered card codes here, 1 through 5, 1 through 4, 1 through 9, stuff like that, to explain how each of the card works. The cost of the card, the color of the card, the lucky icon for cards that have like Grisbolt and or Chillet who has lucky, and what it does. The card type, the card name, the subtype, if there is one, the element type, work suitability, the ability levels, power or durability of a card, the damage a paladin structure can be dealt, put them in the graveyard if the damage is greater than this value is dealt. It doesn't say anything about if it hits neutral. It says only if it hits greater. So like if I hit a 200 into a 200, still not sure what happens there. I'd assume you'd take it out, but again, it doesn't say anything about neutral damage. It only says if you do greater than that. But 11 is the strike counter, the amount of damage it can be dealt, damage dealt to a player, and the quick icon that cards can be played during specific timings. So it does go over each and every aspect of every type of card there is in the game. The game setup is place your soul deck and main deck after shuffling them. Decide on who goes first using either, an example is using rock, paper, scissors. A lot of people use dice or a coin. The player going second places one card face up stand from their soul deck into the soul arena. Each player draws 5 cards, and the players may choose to redraw their hand starting from the player going first. If they do, that player puts all cards from their hand into their deck, shuffles it, then draws 5 new cards. So it isn't similar to other card games where you keep a couple of cards in your hand and then shuffle the rest back in and draw new. It is shuffle your whole hand, draw to 5. And both players have the ability to do this. The only thing is that the turn 1 player obviously gets to go first, whereas the turn 2 player gets 1 extra soul to start the game. The first is the stand phase, where all cards come stand. When you use an ability or you use a pal to attack, it does go into a rest state. So at the beginning of your turn, you will bring your cards back up. Then you draw, and it is skipped for the first turn of the player going first. So player 1 does get to look at their hand, check their hand. If they like it, they keep it. If they don't like it, they can shuffle, draw 5 more, and then they skip their draw phase. So their hand only starts with 5. Then it goes to the soul phase, where you can place 2 souls in the soul arena in the stand state. And then you can begin your main phase, which is paying your costs with your souls in order to play all of your cards out. And then the end phase is all damage on pals and structures become 0, and you pass the turn to the opponent, where again, they will begin. Player 2 then gets obviously to draw a card, so their hand starts out as a 6-card hand, and they have 1 soul, so when they pick up their soul cards for their soul phase, they can place 2 more in there, and then use 3 souls compared to your opponent's 2 souls that they were only allowed to start the game. Now, obviously, I have this zoomed in by like 200%, so like that's why these 2 little guys are right here. It's very large. The main phase, it says you may perform the following actions in any order. Pay the cost by turning soul cards horizontal, resting them to play the cards from your hands. Use activated abilities of cards in your base. Rest your pal to attack the opposing pal, structure, or player. Rest 3 souls, draw a card from the deck, and you can only do that once per turn. Then in battle, a battle occurs when your pal attacks an opponent's pal or structure. The attacking pal and pal being attacked both deal damage equal to their power to each other. Structures have durability instead of power and cannot deal damage in battle. And cards that take damage equal to or greater than your power or durability are put into the graveyard. So like I said before, I was unsure about what neutral did, and now I've just read that and now have been answered. When attacked, your opponent attacks, you may rest one of your pals in your base to change the attack target to that pal, blocking. Use cards with quick icons. So you are able to counterplay your opponent a little bit, so it does make things a little bit better. And then there is the damage check. The player being attacked flips over cards from the top of their deck equal to the strike value, 1 by 1, and to put them into the graveyard. If a card with the lucky icon is revealed, stop flipping and cancel the damage. So if you just get lucky and the first card you flip over is Chill It or say Grisbolt, which has a lucky symbol, no more strike damage will continue. Q&A, what happens if my deck runs out of cards? You lose the game when your deck has 0 cards remaining. That is kind of like your health pool, where the game you start with 50, and as you draw a card for a turn, you're losing 1 health, but you're able to use the resource. Same thing as when you use 3 souls to pick up a card, you're losing health, but you're able to gain a resource. So it's a tricky little game in a way. Can I attack pals in the stand state in my opponent's base? No, you cannot. You may only choose pals in the rest state as your attack target. So if they are standing, your opponent can use them as blockers, and you cannot target them. You must attack your opponent. Is there a limit to the cards in the base? There is a limit of up to 5 pals, but no limit for structures and gears. That is very important knowledge to know, where you can only have 5 pal zones, and everything else is unlimited. Just wanted to go over this little quick manual. It does go through a lot of good information, such as the 5-card rule, how to take cards out, and literally every single thing of what these cards can do and how to play the game, of course. So next, we're going to go on to some of the cards that I found on X. This is the event card called Zoe's Strategy, a card we did not see during the demo cards. There is no Zoe's Strategy event card in the demo deck, but we do get this very cool holographic. It's hard to see because it's obviously a recording page. So this is a textured card. Obviously, it's a full art. It hits the whole card itself. And it does give the text on the card itself. Very cool. Couple other ones we do have is Chill It. the Dragon Whisperer. So, this card is not obviously the same card that we got in the demo deck. This is the Chillet we have in the demo deck, where it states auto on deploy, draw 2 cards. So this is what we have. That's what the hyper crazy super rare card is. Very different. Demo card Chillet is very different from the this card of Chillet, which is not the same. Which is what they did go over, that the demo cards might be different from the final piece. Chillet the Dragon Whisperer is still considered a lucky pal with a 5 cost with the lucky symbol with cooling and harvesting, and the same typing, of course. But it states only on this card that the auto on deploy is to draw 2 cards. This one says auto on deploy, reveal the top card of your deck, and if it's a 8 cost or less dragon type pal, you may deploy it. If you did not deploy a card, add it to your hand. So instead of a draw 2 that it used to be, it's reveal, possibly deploy. If not, it goes to your hand. So you get a free 1 draw instead of a 2 draw. It also now has vanilla text. So on the bottom of this card, there is no vanilla text. On this one, it does say, this wiggly little weasel is somehow best buds with dragons. The power of it before was, on this card again, is 800, and now it has been moved to 900. So it's a 5 cost 900. Lucky Pal is Strike 2. On here, it still had Strike 2. So it did gain an extra 100 points and a new ability. And if you see there, Chillet Dragon Whisperer actually has titles. All of the pals seem to have gained a title with their abilities now. So now they are able to have a little bit more personality with the cards, which I personally just... It just makes me happy when they have like a little title like that, the Dragon Whisperer. Next is probably my chase card of the whole set. I saw this thing. Astagon, Aegis Wyvern of Death. Dude, if that does not strike fear, I do not know what does. But it pairs with the Chillet card where you can reveal this thing and rip it because it's an 8 cost dragon pal. So, Astagon, I don't believe had a promo or a demo card variant. Nope, it had Jormuntide. The only 8 cost was Jormuntide Ignis in the demo deck and Relaxosaurus Grisbolt, but so it did not have Astagon. So this is another new card that we have not seen. Astagon, Aegis Wyvern of Death, and auto on deploy, choose up to 1 pal, and it gets minus 1000 combat power until the end of the turn. It is not put into the graveyard even if the combat power becomes 0 or less. So your opponent can still block with it, but it can have 0 and you just knock it out. And it says choose all, it also says on deploy, choose all pals with attack of 300 or less and put them into the graveyard. Choose your pals too. Dang. Thou shalt not stand before the beast. Thou shalt not heed the call of the beast. Wow, he's so cool. It's so weird how cool he is. I feel like he does not deserve to be that cool. And last but not least, there was a wall. This is the only image I found of this. So if someone can find me better, closer up shots of this, please let me know. But there was a wall of cards at this event where somebody was able to take a picture and show off some of the cards. The first one you saw is Chillet the Dragon Whisperer over here, that full SIR, hyper rare, super crazy rare variant. And then it does have the full art variant, which does take this card and blow up the image to the full length of the card. Then we have Relaxosaurus, which is the promo Relaxosaurus. It does look like it has a new ability, but I cannot tell exactly what it does, along with its full art. And it has a crazy obnoxious with its missile. Like, going from this la-di-da sitting down variant to the missile variant is hysterical. And there's the Zoe strategy, which we did just see, along with a whole bunch of new cards. Pangolin has a card here and another version. So there isn't just one version of Pangolin. The demo one actually was a 3 cost. This one has risen to a 4 cost with a new ability. And there is also a 3 cost with a different attack power than the one that was in the demo deck. So we actually do get multiple versions. As you see, some of the cards do have a holographic, like Mammorus and Floppy. And then you got other full arts. Sorry, that's not a full art. That one is another hyper secret rare. As you see, Malsanda has a regular one, but the full arts just blow up the image, and this one changes the image. Same thing with Grisbolt. Does not look like it has a full art here. But again, these are still just the cards they show at the event. They did not show all of the cards. They also could have plenty more. As you see, there's only 3 cards in here that are like tools in general. Like this looks more like an event card. It might be, no, it's an event card. Sorry, this is an event card. We have the rifle, the single shot rifle, also a card of the demo deck as well. This flame breath card. Very few of these are actual abilities or action cards or gear or actually it doesn't even have the. These two are vitamins. These two are gun. This is a gun. This is looks like some sort of a hat. So plenty of cards to hunt for. You can see they have a bunch of different secret versions of the cards, which are really cool chases to go after in the first set. Again, this is just to go over what happened this past weekend, and there is plenty more to come. If anyone has more information they want to show me, or more pictures, or more merch that has come out, or can possibly hook me up with the demo deck's soul card, because I can't seem to find one, and I really want one for my first deck. Let me know in the comments section below. Tell me what you guys are looking forward to. Tell me where you guys are going to go pick up your stuff. What deck you kind of want to play. Obviously, they did go over red-blue is more for aggro, and the blue and the purple-green is more for, I would say, tempo. For those of you guys who've played a lot of card games before, a tempo variant where they kind of control the board state before trying to win the game, but make sure you win the game like by owning the board state. Let me know how you're gonna play. Let me know what you think of the cards, all in the comment section below, and I'll come back as soon as we get some more information on the Palworld TCG.